Bruh, I got this camera specifically for me to specifically for me to start doing my YouTube videos, and I didn't know I looked so ugly in HD, especially with my little strokey eye. But how did I get the strokey eye? I'm about to tell you. It's time for story time. Cue the music that I didn't do yet. So what's up, everybody? This is episode 1 of like 1,000 of tales in rock bottom, and the first tale of rock bottom I'm going to talk to you about today just recently happened today, so it's like fresh in my head. If you notice, half of my face doesn't want to respond to the rest of my face. I kind of look very, very creepy because only half of me blinks, and smiles. It's terrible. So the first episode is going to be how I thought I was having a stroke. So let's get into it. So the first part of my story starts off with me taking my shower. I know, not a very good image. I don't need that image in your head, but just bear with me. Just think of me from the neck up, okay? So, I'm washing my hair and conditioning because it takes a lot. It takes a lot to make me look like I rolled right out of bed. I mean, it takes like a whole hour to make me look homeless. It takes a lot of work and hard dedication to make me look like I'm gonna ask you for 50 cents before you get on the metro. You know what I'm saying? This takes skill. So as I'm taking my shower, I noticed that I was like, oh, I feel like I got some conditioner in my head, in my eye or something. But it's weird because I thought I had my eye closed. But I'm like, it's all good, whatever. Because if you get conditioner in your eye, it kind of burns, make your eye feel kind of dried out or whatever, or you know how that goes. So, long story short, we can fast forward till I go to work, and I'm like, hey, my eye still feels like it got conditioner in it or something. So something was like, let me go into the bathroom at my job and then do a little eye test. Let's see. So this is how the eye test went. So I'm in the office stall okay. Look up, look down, look around, look at that. Now look, close eye, and I'm trying to close the other one. I was like, huh. Okay. Okay. I'm legit trying to close my eye. I was like, okay. Weird, but I have work to do and I'm all about my money, so I'm not going anywhere. So it gets around lunchtime, and I always meet up with my brother, because he works just down the street from him. So we gets this money, homie. We gets that money. So for lunch, I always get this lit joint. I forgot the name of the place, and I'm not shouting nothing for free. So sponsor me if you try and get a shout out. Korean place at I'm not gonna tell y'all where I work at. That's weird, but it's somewhere in DC. It's a Korean spot. If you go to this Korean spot, just go to every Korean spot until you find one that tastes good, and get the salad with chicken and pork and double kimchi, double kale, and creamy sriracha, and say John Down the Pound sent you. You know what I'm saying? Endorsed but not endorsed, but. Yeah, if you want to sponsor, my email will be nowhere. Just leave a comment or something. I don't know. I'm being lazy. I'm doing this video at 11 o'clock in the morning, so you got to figure out. And plus, I got strokey eye and face here, so I'm not really feeling quite good about myself right now. So, I can't even smile. I am not #not sponsorable. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I go back and after getting my meal for a king, I meet up at deli where my brother likes to eat at. And they have a good spot. Shout out to them. Not shout out by name because like I said, nobody's sponsoring me. So I'm not going to give nobody free press. Pay me for my endorsement. You know what I'm saying? Pay me. You know? Ain't nothing in this world for free, baby child. Anyway, so me and him are talking and we chilling and everything is good until I decide to start trying to eat. And I ate started eating like I'm like something's wrong with me. I'm eating like it was bad. I had like food falling out my face. It was pretty bad. And so my brain just took a logical leap. Like, just logical, just like, don't worry, homie. I'm pretty sure it's something just as simple. I thought that I was catching myself in the middle of a stroke, or I just had a mini stroke. And I was like, oh, wow, buddy, like, whoa. So I thought that I was like, okay, so I literally can't feel my face, and I can't, and my eye is drooping, and I'm gonna have a stroke, and I am about to die. So I'm over here sitting with him, and I'm like, hey, after lunch, I think I might go to the hospital. I'm gonna have to tell my coworkers I gotta go to the hospital because, yeah. And I usually think of myself as a very rational human being that be like, you know what, everything be all good. I'm all live and let live and everything. And, you know, that's how I was. You know, I was just chilling. I was like, you know what happens, happens. Except for I wasn't at all. I really wasn't. I would show more emotions, but like, you know, fuck this side of my face. But anyway, so I'm on the train having a full-on anxiety attack. I'm like, bruh, why is the train so slow? I thought I only had to go to 5 stops because I was going to a hospital that was only like 5 stops away, but it was taking forever, and I was like, bruh, I'm just listening to the train doors just open it up, open and close. Step back, doors closing. Step back, doors closing. And I was like, bro, what if I just had a full-on stroke when the last thing I heard before I died was, step back, doors closing. And then like I end up opening eyes, lifting my eyes, inhale, and fire, brimstone. I get kicked out of, like, I'm assuming an escalator. Isn't an escalator an elevator? Somebody that's a Bible person. Is it an elevator or an escalator, or they're gonna make us walk, or like, is it like a Uber ran by a demon or whatever? But I could just see myself like getting pushed into the gates of hell, and then just hearing that horrible phrase one last time. Step back, doors closing. I'm not saying that, like, you want to have a stroke or a heart attack or anything like that, but I would assume that having a heart attack or stroke at the hospital is, like, the place to be. So I'm officially feeling good about myself. I'm just like, come on, bring it. Bring on the stroke. Bring it. I am ready. My body is ready. Or not. I really didn't want to. I was kind of scared. I did not want to die. I've been working out way too hard for me to die from a punk ass stroke. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, if you're up there, it's time to come through. You know what I'm saying? If you're up there, it's time to come through. So at this point, I'm not even aware of the extent of how bad my face is. I'm just like, oh, I can't control like a little bit of my mouth, and I can't like, oh god, now I'm looking at the camera, I can actually see how fucked up I look. But I was like, oh, I just can't blink my eyes. She's like, raise your eyebrows. I was like, what you mean? I can raise my eyebrows. And then she was like, puff up your cheeks. And I tried to, and I literally hit this joint. I literally couldn't. I couldn't. I was like, oh, ho, ho. So that's how it feels to know that you're about to die. So I'm asking the nurse, like, okay, so we established that I'm about to have my stroke. When is it coming? How does it feel like? Should I like get a pillow? Do I put a spoon in my tongue or something like that? I don't know. I know a lot about a lot. I have no clue what to do when you're about to stroke out. But when I was talking to her, she was like, oh, well, according to the way that it looks, you really don't have control of your eyebrow either. Usually when you have a stroke, it usually affects the bottom of the mouth only because of some weird reason. I don't know. I really wasn't paying attention to that. But she was like, it looks like you have something called Bell's palsy. Not Bell's palsy, Bell's palsy. That sounds way better than Bell's palsy. That sounds like being paralyzed in the balls, and that's not cool. So she was like, it may be Bell's palsy. And I was like, what is Bell's palsy? She was like, it's basically a temporary paralysis of the face. It usually maximizes in 3 days, so it may get worse. And that part didn't sink in yet until later. But then she was like, it usually just goes away by itself. And I was like, well, the $1 million question is, how did this happen and how to prevent it? And she was like, well, scientifically, fuck if I know. That's not exactly what she said, but that's basically what she said, because technically nobody knows why it happens. It just temporarily happens to people because, you know, like, I guess that's my life, so I should expect dumb stuff like that to happen. But it's usually from a virus or like just because your body doesn't like you anymore or something. I don't know, like, it is what it is, homie. It was what it was. So the first time they called my name, like this lady comes out with like a wheelchair and she says my name, and I'm like, that's me. I don't know who told you I was crippled, but that's me. So I go to get up and like, all right, I can walk. You don't have to carry me. And she was like, oh, get in the chair. And I was like, I didn't have the stroke yet. I'm having it. So I can walk now. And this may be my last time to walk. I'd rather walk. She's like, no. Get in the fucking chair. To be fair, she didn't say it like that. She was just like, oh, it's company policy, yada, yada, yada. So I have this poor middle-aged woman that's probably been working all day, dragging my big ass around in a Professor X Mach 6 goddamn wheelchair, just making me feel like I'm one of those people at Walmart that need the tip assist. Like, it was just not a fun time. I'm just driving around all slow, and I'm like, I could walk faster. It's okay. I won't tell a soul, baby. Let me move my mustache over. Perfect. I don't know why I was about to flick y'all off. I'm sorry. Force habit. But yeah, so we finally get to the MRI area, and like they tell me to be like, okay, whatever you do, don't open your eyes. This thing will microwave your eyes out. So I was like, okay. And then they put like a little lead thing to cover your genitals, but like it only like covered half. So like I'm pretty sure that like if I have kids with this batch, I'm gonna have Incredible Hulk kids, because they got a nice little dose of radiation. You know what I'm saying? Cause like I don't know, they just threw the journal and they didn't even care. So I'm over here like closing the MRI. I'm like this. I hear machines whirring. I hear and then I hear nothing. I'm just like, okay. And I'm just sitting there. I'm just trying to see somebody coming out the door or something like that. And I'm like, this takes a little longer than usual. Okay, I guess I just sit here. And then like 5 minutes later, they're like, oh, you fell asleep? I was like, no, you told me not to open up my eyes or they'll get cooked out. They was like, yeah, whatever. You trying to take a nap, whatever. I was like, nobody told me to open my eyes. I was scared that if I opened my eyes, I wouldn't have eyes anymore. And I really like my eyes. My eyes are pretty, and you know what I'm saying? Not trying to be like, my eyes are pretty, but like, my eyes are pretty. So once my balls were nicely microwaved, and they accused me of sleeping on, I guess, their job, or sleeping. It was back to the section I go. Honestly, that was about it. I got so it was confirmed that I got Bell's palsy. So I'm on some steroids. Maybe I can take advantage of that and like lift some weights. Wow, on it. But they said that my brain function was normal, my blood health was healthy, and yeah, everything was good. Okay, last part. What did I learn about this tale in rock bottom? One thing that I've definitely learned was for one, your health is nothing to fuck around with. Jesus Christ. Everything is cute until you feel like you're about to have a stroke, and then once you have a stroke, it's too late. I got lucky because I got with this Bell's palsy, it's almost kind of like a trial run of a stroke because it's not permanent paralyzation. It's really weird. And it also, too, it gave me an eyes because my dad went through the same thing when he first got sick because he had a mini stroke. And it's weird how little control you don't know that you have, or the little control that you don't have, you don't know that you don't have. Well, I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to say, but I didn't know that I couldn't blow my cheeks. Oh, that sounded bad. Oh, I should edit that out, but I'm gonna keep it in because somebody's gonna eventually one day take that out of context. But that's gonna be funny. But yeah, so it was very interesting, like not even being aware of how little control you had over your body. Like there were certain things that I didn't know I can do until I tried to do them, and then I couldn't do them anymore. So it's very interesting, and it makes me want to further more in my weight loss journey and further more in my working out and everything like that. Because I would be terrified if I actually had a stroke. Today was the day where I thought I was having a stroke and I was about to be out this bastard. I don't never want to have that feeling ever again. And a lot of times you're taking advantage that it won't happen to you, but yes, it can happen to you. So with that being said, if you lasted this long through this entire ranting video of nonsense, welcome to my channel. I'm going to start posting daily about my weight loss and exercise goals and things like that. And also, I have a couple more stories. Like this is like literally episode 1. And like, I don't know how YouTubers do it. It took me like an hour to do like a 20-minute story. But anyway, welcome. Hopefully you're ready to see more shit posts from me because I'm going to be posting a lot. See you later.